Hello everyone. I am Uddip Shraddha. I am a 2021 pass out. I am a student of computer science engineering. I have recently got AAC role from Accenture. The whole process is started from 18th of October when Accenture came to our college. At first we have participated in the technical MCQ session, and after that we clear it, and then we participated in the communication assessment test, and after that in 30th of October I came to know that in this day I have my interview. I went to the interview in online platform dedicated by Accenture. There is a panel of two members came to meet me, and at first they introduced themselves in front of mine. They just said about their designated post and their qualification, their experience, all those things. And then they asked me to tell me something about yourself. I prepared this particular question from Take and Target one day before my interview. So I just clearly mention all about this. At first I mentioned my personal detail, and then I mentioned about my educational detail in chronological order, and after that I mentioned my technical skills, knowledge about the project, and then I mentioned about strength, weaknesses, and hobbies. In my hobbies I have mentioned that i have I am a passionate football lover, and I love to see international football. So they asked me about question that which football match you have recently watched. So I mentioned about I recently watched Barcelona and Juventus. So I then again explained the result about those matches, that Barcelona won the game with a margin of 2-0, and Messi scored a goal by penalty. So all the two members smiled at me, that they think that I really love the football very much. And after that, one of the panel member asked me that what is you said that you have a strength, that leadership quality you have. So just give some live example where you showcase that particular skill. I mentioned that I was the captain of my football team during my school days from class 9 to 11, and I also mentioned that during my college days I also organized many fests in my college. So after that they asked me, tell me something about your project. I prepared this question very well, so I mentioned all about the technical things regarding my project, but they didn't ask a single question from my technical project. They just asked question about, is it a group project or not. I said yes, it is a group project. Then they asked whether I felt any difficulties during my project days or not. I mentioned that obviously I felt difficulties during my project, that because my project is little bit inclined to electronics and communication, because this is basically related with the signals, EEG signals, whereas I am a student of computer science. So in starting days I felt a little bit of difficulties, and after that they asked me a question that, you said that this is a group project, then whether there is any situation when some conflict happens between all of the member of your project. So I mentioned that, yes sir, there is two situation where, and I explained those situation where conflict happens. So after that he asked me that, how you can overcome that particular situation. I know that that is one of the most famous question of Accenture, and I also came to know about that particular question from this take and target. So I prepared this question also. So I mentioned the answer, and after that he asked me that, uh, where do I see myself after 5 years? So I just told them the answer, and after that they asked me that which subject I least preferred, and what is the name of that particular subject. I told that the computer architecture, it is a little bit of theoretical subject, so I didn't prefer it well. So then he asked that how you can overcome your hatred on that particular subject. So I said that I take help of YouTube, I take the help of from my seniors, and in this way I gradually increase my interest on that particular subject. After that, he asked me that what is your strength and weaknesses, what is your short-term and long-term goals. I mentioned all of them. These are pretty basics HR question. And after that, they asked me that, do you have any question? I only asked a question that what difficulties has been faced by Accenture during this COVID situation. They just told me about their difficulties during this COVID situation thoroughly, with a 2 minute explanation. And after that, they greeted me. And another question they asked, I just mentioned to forget that. Another question they asked that, what uh, tell me some situation when my college teacher, means the college faculty members, applauds me. So I mentioned one particular events where my college faculty member applauds me for organizing an event in our technical fest for a very first time. So I explained about that event for a long period of time. So they just smiled at me, and after that they after that they greeted me, and they said that thank you for such a wonderful interview. And after that, I waited for 4 days, and then in 4th of November, Accenture sent me the offer letter that stated that I got the ASC role. I really thankful to Take and Target for becoming part of my journey. Thank you.